Why some people distance themselves when you start growing. Most people think that growth naturally attracts support. But human behavior is often more complicated than that. Sometimes the moment you become more confident, more disciplined, or more successful, certain people begin to pull away. Not because you did something wrong, but because your growth changes the psychological balance of the relationship. The uncomfortable truth is that growth does not only reveal who supports you, it also reveals who was comfortable with the older version of you. Here are 7 psychological insights. 1. Your growth challenges their self-image. Some people compare themselves to those around them. When you improve your life, it can force them to examine their own choices. This creates psychological discomfort. Instead of growing alongside you, they may distance themselves from the reminder. Your progress becomes evidence of what they have been avoiding. 2. They benefited from your old identity. Every relationship develops patterns. Some people become comfortable when you are uncertain, dependent, or always available. Growth often changes those patterns. You become more selective with your time, energy, and attention. This can make certain people feel like they are losing something. The distance is not always about dislike. Sometimes it is about losing access to the version of you that served their needs. 3. Your confidence changes the power dynamic. Human relationships often contain unspoken power structures. When someone gains confidence, the balance can shift. People who once felt superior may suddenly feel less influential. This can create tension they do not openly discuss. Instead of adjusting to the new dynamic, they create distance. Their behavior reflects discomfort with change. 4. Growth exposes hidden jealousy. Jealousy is rarely expressed directly. Most people do not openly admit when they feel threatened. Instead, it appears through subtle behaviors. Less enthusiasm, less support, more emotional distance. Your success may activate feelings they have been hiding. The distance becomes a protective response to their own insecurity. You no longer fit their expectations. People create mental versions of others. They expect you to behave in familiar ways. Growth often breaks those expectations. You may become more assertive, more independent, more focused. This creates confusion for people who preferred the old version of you. Instead of adapting to who you are becoming, they withdraw from who you are now. Growth reveals conditional relationships. Not everyone supports growth equally. Some people enjoy relationships only when they feel comfortable and predictable. But genuine support continues even when circumstances change. When someone distances themselves after your growth, it can reveal hidden conditions in the relationship. Their support may have depended on you staying the same. Growth exposes what was already there. Your boundaries become stronger. Personal growth often leads to stronger boundaries. You become less willing to tolerate disrespect, manipulation, or emotional games. People who benefited from weak boundaries usually notice this immediately. They may feel rejected when they can no longer control the interaction. Rather than adapting to healthier limits, they create distance. The relationship weakens because the old patterns no longer work. Growth has a strange effect on human behavior. It does not only improve your life, it reveals people's true reactions to change. Some will become closer, some will become uncomfortable, and some will quietly disappear. That is not always a sign that growth is hurting your relationships. Sometimes it is proof that growth is showing you which relationships were built on genuine connection and which were built on comfort. If this helped you understand people better, subscribe for more psychology insights.